This is San Francisco International Airport. We are here, as are about several hundred teenagers, for we think the same reason. They tell us something called a Ringo Starr is coming to San Francisco. This, to my understanding, is a form of insect. Police and airport officials have been urging people not to come out here all day long. I genuinely didn't want to, but the powers that be have a sense of humor not like mine, obviously. We wondered if all of them really were here for this purpose, so we decided to ask. Why are you here? Heard it. That's the reason they're all here. We immediately beat a hasty retreat for two reasons. One was the rush of teenagers upstairs. The other is that we heard Ringo Starr has arrived. We have been here before greeting Madame New, accused murderers coming back from extradition, and now, Ringo Starr. It was obvious that the members of the press were as anxious to see Ringo as were his teenage admirers upstairs. Aren't you happy to be here?
Yeah, pity I'm not staying a bit longer.
You got our lights, children? All right. Are you planning to go out there and see any of your fans?
Yes, I hope to.
Think they're going to let you go out?
Well, someone said before I could go out. You know, they're going to...
That's right, he's going out.
Yeah, I'm going out. Don't worry about me. Are you going out?
And outside, his fans were awaiting one Ringo Starr. Police officers pushing back the crush of the teenagers. Here he comes. That's it, Buck. That's it. Man, we better get out of here. At the very top of the crowd, one crying female.
He's so cute! My girlfriend and me, Judy, gave him a present, and they took it to him, a surfer shirt, and we wrote in the card that it was the latest fad in California.
This is Bob Rogers in Adelaide, and I'm in the dressing room of the Beatles in the South Australian Hotel. They have just made an appearance out on the balcony. Paul.
Hello, Bob. How you doing?
We've been saying hello, hello into this darn tape recorder for a while. It wouldn't work. Hello, John.
Hello, Bob. It's still working. We're okay.
Yes,
Hello,
keep
hello, hello.
Hello, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing, Bob.
Testing, Bob, 2, 3, 4.
Would you say that...
I'm in the Beatles room now, and I was just out on the balcony before, and there were 3 or 4 people outside there. None of them waving.
How many would you say were there, John?
About 4 million, I reckon.
Actually, I'd say between 5 and 10 million. I wouldn't like to count them. And hundreds of them in a bin there all day. Does this happen?
In a bin? In a bin all day. Hundreds of them in a bin all day.
It's the record.
You see?
The record.
They must have gone in a bin all
Yes,
day.
I sort of woke up at 7 o'clock and I thought, oh, it must be late.
And I looked at my watch and I thought, no, I've got it wrong, you know. So I popped off to sleep again. Sorry, folks.
Actually, there would have been 200 people there, I think it's 7 or 8 o'clock this morning, and I want to know whether this sort of thing's been happening elsewhere in the world. I've seen it in Amsterdam, but what about, New York? Is this bigger than New York?
Oh, it's bigger than New York, but they were outside the hotel. So a lot of them got in New York, finding them in strange bathrooms and things. The New York hotel was a bit higher, though, it was in a great big skyscraper. Only this is
the lowest building we've been in, 2 stories.
They're just here.
I bet you didn't believe that there were still 2-storied hotels.
No, I didn't actually. Pardon?
It's been a fine day in Australia, and you haven't been able to get out. There were talks that you were going to barbecues to see an Australian rules football match, etc., but you're still in the hotel.
Well, we never watch football matches anyway, but we like to go out. But it's a bit difficult, isn't it?
Ringo, do you look forward to the day when you'll become, let me put it this way, a normal entertainer? You can come and go as a normal entertainer would, with a certain amount of fans there and so on, but nothing like the 7,000 that were there today.
Was there 7,000 there?
Oh, well, they'll be getting into 7,000.
Oh, I didn't know so many.
You were down a little lower level.
Well, I know I was in a little car, wasn't I?
Ringo, welcome to Australia.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Hello.
Ringo, welcome to Australia. How do you feel about being here?
Oh, it's great. It's been fun, I'm glad I'm off that plane.
How long have you been on it?
34 hours.
Well, you must be just about had it.
No, I had a sleep, I feel fine. Fit and everything.
How's it now that put you in hospital and made you miss the start of the Australian tour?
Well, the throat's fine now. Everything's all right. It's fine. Just got to take it easy a few days, then we'll be back to normal.
You're still allowed to bash the drum as much as you
Oh, yeah. I'm still bashing.
And have you missed the other boys being
Yeah,
for this?
terrible. I've not missed you fellas if you're watching. Or if you do watch.
You're looking forward to joining up with them this afternoon?
Yeah, I can't wait, because, we've been together from, for 90 years. For so long, I don't know, it's funny being without them, because even if, when we're not playing, if we go out, at least 2 of us go out together as a rule. So it's a bit funny being on your own.
Can you give us a look at these rings, where you got your name from?
There you go.
They say that fans have sent you a lot. How many?
Not too many, actually, no.
Yeah.
No. I haven't got 2,671, as some reporter wrote.
And what do you...
I see.
What are you looking forward to most seeing in Australia?
I don't know, everything in general, I'd like to see a few Maoris and that, and a few kangaroos. I suppose, everyone else.
And Brian, can we have a word to you? Can you tell us when you first met the Beatles?
Oh, 1961, October, I think.
And whereabouts did you see them?
In the Cavern Club in Liverpool.
And what did you think when you first saw them?
Oh, I was sufficiently knocked out.
Lovely rubbish, that's what you told me.
And what was the next step from there?
Well, then we got to know each other and eventually worked out a bit of idea of management. See?
And I was away at the time, see, I joined later, back to Brian.
At any time did you have a feeling that you might reach this dizzy height of success that you're now flying on?
Well, I don't know about the dizzy height, but I always thought they were going to be pretty big, very big.
What's the hardest problem you encounter trying to manage the Beatles?
Well, none really, but I think travelling around and going around the world and making arrangements for moving around is the most difficult thing, because you never know what's going to happen.
Do you have any trouble keeping them in control, or do they try and escape from you?
Oh, no. Never.
We're always with them.
And, well, on the subject of money, which seems to keep coming into this all the time, how do you go about financing their weekly pocket money? What happens about that?
They get, whatever they want from their earnings, and their earnings go into their own company.
And Ringo, do you miss anything about being a Beatle, or do you think you've got everything now?
No, I don't miss anything, Well, I can't remember. I just have a good time.
Yesterday...
It's fun,
Is it?
Do you wear glasses?
All the time.
All the time.
Yesterday in Adelaide, the three said, they were talking about what they were going to do when they weren't Beatles, and I said, you were going to open a chain of women's hairdressing salons.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Well, I thought of that a few months ago, you know, so I was still thinking about it, but I could change. Oh, I could change, you know.
Is there anything that you'd like to ask about Australia?
Ask about? No, I don't think so. It seems quite nice to me.
So it was quite a good reception.
It was a marvellous reception. I loved it. How many were there?
Oh, I think it was about 3,000 or 4,000.
Yeah, I told you. 7, he said.
How are we doing?
He's getting worried now, isn't he? He's run out of questions. Doesn't know what's happening. Have you been at it long?
No, not very long.
No.